What is up guys, it's Cal, and I just want to tell you guys what's up and what's been going on in WoW. Now I've been sitting on my computer for like the last 2 days thinking of a video to make since I don't like to go almost a week without posting anything. But there really hasn't been anything going on. Well, I mean there kind of has. But I'll get to some of that in a minute. I just haven't been posting a video due to things going on in my personal life. I don't always have the time, so instead of making a bunch of separate videos on topics that you've already heard about and know about, I'm going to make one video on a bunch of topics that you've already heard about and know about. So as we all know, 7.3.2 came out last week. Now what did that bring to us? Well, nothing. Well, I mean, some things. There's now a vendor that you can buy regions for by using your primal Sargerite. You've probably seen this NPC if you've been to the Vindicar because he had a quest that pretty much told you that he exists. There are also some undocumented changes that were discovered by this WoW Secrets Discord community. First off, Silithus, who chills around the Shimmering Expanse in Vashir and has a chance to drop the Reigns of Silithus mount, had his spawn timer reduced. And also Poundfist, who is in Gorgrond and drops Sunhide Growling, had his spawn timer reduced as well. So there's that. Now what about Anturas? When is Anturas the Burning Throne coming out? Most people are saying mid-November. I really hope it doesn't happen during Thanksgiving week because, well, I'll be out of town, not making videos, and I want to make those quick guides for you guys the day Anturas comes out. You guys seem to really like those. I'd say it's probably my most successful series on this channel. I mean, I get some somewhat high viewed videos here and there, and my raid guide videos don't get as many views as like my Lucid Nightmare vid, or a video I made about a world quest that took me like 5 minutes to do. But as a series, it's pretty successful, by my standards at least. Mainly because they're quick, and I post them pretty much the day the raid comes out. Also, BlizzCon's happening next week on November 3rd to the 5th. So there will probably be more stuff talking about Anturas then, and possibly the next WoW expansion. Which that's something I never made a video on, the fact that the next expansion has pretty much been data mined already. It's something about kul'tiras and nagas or whatever. I just never made a video on it because I just didn't have the time, and by the time I did, well, there were 500,000 videos on it already. But I'll keep you guys posted on everything new and exciting that happens during BlizzCon. So 2 more big topics I want to touch on. First off, this huge giant eyesore that has spawned in Silithus. Now it's not in the game yet. I realize no one ever goes to Silithus unless you want to do AQ for maybe some transmog or some pets. And even if that's the case, you always just take the port to Oldham and fly straight to a completely missing Silithus. But don't go flying there right now, because it's not in live. And it's not even in the current PTR. It's just been data mined as something that will happen in the near future. Now if you don't want spoilers, skip to this point in the video. Okay. Hopefully that was long enough. So there have been some speech files that have been data mined as well, to why this giant flesh wound is in Silithus. Apparently at the end of Anturas, Illidan imprisons Sargeras for life, and before that happens he throws his sword at Azeroth and it strikes Silithus, and we get this huge gaping hole. So yeah. Now the last thing I want to talk about is something that's been data mined and is possibly next expansion material. Subraces are what I'm talking about. Subraces have been talked about for years, and now they might be a reality. What I mean by this is that in the 7.3 data files, there were new entries for the Nightborn, who in these data files are associated with the Blood Elves, High Mountain Tauren, who are associated with the Tauren, Void Elves, who are associated with the Night Elves, and the Lightforged Draenei, who are obviously associated with the Draenei. They were found in these files. They even had specific character select screen backgrounds for each of them, I think, or that might have just been for the Nightborn. Now they were at the time marked as unplayable and were set as neutral factions, but I assume we'll get some sort of confirmation at BlizzCon. And I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to talk about. Oh, and you can also appear offline in Battle.net.